Welcome back to What Arty Noobs with General Disturbance. This is the 105 leFH18B2, the French Tier 5 Premium SPG. Only one of two premium SPGs is in the game. Come on, Wargaming, get your act together. Sell more of them. And this one is under the command of gugie72, and it's on the southwest spawn of Arctic region, otherwise known as Mannheim Line. And this is an Arty Day contest runner-up. Game started. Well, as you know, it's the 105 leFH, which means light field howitzer, which means it's a light field howitzer. And it can do 410 alpha of that 105mm gun, penetrating 53mm of armour. And it's a favourite amongst What Arty Noob members, principally because it's got such a fast fire rate and it's very accurate. And Gugi's taken his Fifi off onto a position so he can shoot at the road to the south of the main, you should say, Arctic Road. I don't know if it's called the Arctic Road. I can remember my first time on this map as well. Oh my gum, it was a bit of confusion for me. I ran down here as fast as I could to find out what the map was like, and I thought, oh, this area looks good, I'll stay here and wait for the enemy to turn up. And I promptly got splattered by some enemy heavies, because I didn't know you don't take light tanks down here. Well, he's going for a KV2. Oh my man, there was two shells going for that KV2 at the same time. But we'll get sighting of him very shortly, because we've got some tanks down there now. Going for the KV2. Work out where he's going. Set, rounds out, looks good. It was close, but not close enough, not close enough. Right, going for the M4. Rounds out. Again, not close enough. It was fully dialed in, funnily enough, as well. Rounds out. Oh, that time he did get a hit. He definitely got a hit, but we just lost one of our tanks, the Panzer III-4, to that KV2. He's reloading at the moment. Going for the M4 again. M4 again. And this time round we got him. Direct hit and took him out. I think that may have been a penetrating shot right into his side. But the KV2 is probably reloaded by now. And although our OI is taking artillery hits from the enemy, there's the KV2, and that's more deadly. And oh, that was very close. The OI took a big hit from the KV2. Not a huge hit, but it's still bad enough. And we keep missing this KV2. For some reason, our shells won't go near him. I think he's almost being protected by the fact that he's Russian. And this time around we get a hit. Just after I say that, obviously the Russian cheat wears off. And now we're getting hits. I've hexed the... I've hexed that KV2. Okay, rounds out, and that's going to miss. He must be somewhere around there. Oh, T-34-85M. It's one of the best tanks in the game, actually, I think. Lovely big hit there, 176. I do like the T-34-85 because of that 85mm gun. It's very, very powerful. It's got a big alpha. It's very mobile. It's almost like, you know, that one or the Cromwell B are some of the most OP tanks in the game. And there he is. There's the Comet. Oh, that's, yes, the Comet, not the T-34. Where did the T-34-85 go? And, oh, we're going to miss him there. Now, you don't get an inexhaustible supply of shells in the Fifi, so you do need to preserve your rounds. He's tracked, and he's now dead. Beautiful shot, right into his side. So that's two tanks that Gugie has killed with side shots. And now, oh, and that KV2 just wiped out RP-43. Go for a shot on the KV2, and we've killed him in return. That's very nice. And can we get that T-34-85 as he retreats? Probably no. No, he's protected by Stalin's hand. The moment he disappeared, he was invulnerable. Now there's two RT on our team, an M44 and Gugie in his Fifi. I know a lot of members on the NA server were very pleased when Wargaming finally decided to sell the PP to our American brothers and sisters, because they wanted to get hold of this Arty for so long and they just weren't able to. It kept on being on sale in the EU region, but it wasn't on sale in the NA region, and so we're very pleased that Wargaming recognised that there are a lot of American players who would love to get their hands on this Arty, and it should be on sale more often. But we would like Wargaming to actually consider building new premium SPGs. I'm sure that the other tank players would not throw a wobbly. Well, they might, but I think Wargaming... Oh my god, he just got a blind kill on the Jackson! That was a fabulous shot. He took a chance that he was coming up that ramp, and he was. Beautifully timed. And the scores are now still locked even at 9-9. Cromwell B's changed position. He's now gone all the way around, and oh, just took out our Leo. Can we get a shot? He's going to fly through that dip. That was the M44 just firing at him there. Fires around into that set of rocks. I mean, that's where I would have guessed that he would go. Yeah, so we would like Wargaming to actually bring in more premium SPGs. There are plenty that we've got in mind, and in fact it wouldn't take much work for Wargaming's technical people to actually, or the developers, to actually come up with these Arties, because the actual vehicles that these Arties are based on do exist in the game already. Oh, and the M44 kills the Crusader. So we've just got that Cromwell, an IS and a T-3485, and the T-3485 just got killed because he crashed. So he obviously made a big mistake somewhere. And that keeps the scores even. There are 4 left on both sides. Now, one of the SPGs that we do think would be a very big seller if Wargaming were to invent it was the Hetzer Arty. Now, it's based on the same chassis, basically, the same hull as the Hetzer, which is the same hull that's used for the Grilla. And so it wouldn't take that much work to actually create the Hetzer Arty. But the Hetzer Arty was like a Hetzer hull, you know, that funny shape. But it was open at the top with an Arty poking up through the top. And it was like a mortar more than anything. But it was a pretty good Arty, and they supposedly built 33 of them, but there's no evidence that any of them actually saw service. And in fact, there's no evidence that they were built, but the records say they were. So unless, of course, the Wehrmacht were lied to, and there's the IS, and he's turning his gun on the IKV. Can we stop him from doing that? Round out. Direct hit, 172. The IKV's taken a hit, but the IS is now pulling back because he knows he's in danger. Can we put another round in there? Rounds out. Oh, it fell, it hit the ridgeline, and we've been hit by the enemy M44, who knows where we are now. It doesn't look like it was a direct hit by the M44, but it was a near miss. So he probably does know where we are. Now, it might be that we were seen by the IS when we fired at him. Okay, this should be safe enough for the moment. The IS has gone into the dip. The IKV's nearby. In fact, there's 2 IKVs, one 90 and the other one a 65. Now, the other premium SPG that we did actually suggest was the M52, and that's similar to the M53, M55, but it actually uses a 105mm gun. It's got a turret, just like the M53, M55. The M44 gets a hit on the IS. He also takes a hit from the IKV-90. We fire around in and get the kill shot. 11 hit points takes him out the game. And we're moving position just in case we were spotted. Take no chances. Now, another unusual thing is that the M52 has more right to be in the game than the M44 does, because supposedly they built 260 M44s, but they built over 500 of the M52. It uses the same hull as the Walker Bulldog, the same hull used by the M44. And you can see that Gugie is just platooned with the M44. They're doing very well. Combined scores, they've got 7 kills. But there's still 3 enemy out there. 5 minutes left on the clock, or 5 minutes 40 seconds. No, 5 minutes 10 seconds, sorry. So we really would like Wargaming to build the M52 for us as a premium SPG. Primarily because the hull is already there. It's already in the game, the Walker Bulldog hull. In fact, use the M44 hull because it's basically the same thing. You just got to put a turret on the top instead of the swivel gun mount. And it's a 105mm gun, not a 155mm. So the fire rate would be very similar to the FIFI. It would have a limited amount of range, a limited amount of ammo rather, but it would have the range of the map. And it would be able to move about the same as the M44 would. It would make a very suitable premium SPG. And I doubt that the tank players would complain about it because after all, they don't... they already face the M44, which is much more powerful with a 155mm gun. So putting an M52 in the game would actually reduce the number of M44s they're likely to face. Well, no sign of the enemy. And the IKV-90B has taken up a forward position now in the bushes. And he's decided to relocate a little. Now, they've still got that Cromwell B, but last time we saw him, he had taken some damage. Now, the IKV, how much damage has he taken? Oh, he's found the Crommy! He was trying to sneak up on us, and he's been found. Oh, he's taken a lot of damage, and we can't get a shot. We haven't got a shot. The M44 can't shoot him either. The IKV is going to have to do it. We can only shoot him if he comes past that wall, and we've got a half reticule, so if we fire at the moment, we've got a pretty good chance of hitting the rock face. So we've lost one of our best assets there. It's now 3 versus 3. M44's changing position. He's moving into a spot where he might be able to get shots, and we just knocked a tree over. That might encourage the M44 to fire in this direction, and we knocked another one over. I'm pretty sure that enemy M44 is going to be looking in this direction for any sign of a tree going down or anything like that to tell him where Gugie is. There's the M44. That's why he didn't fire on us. He's on the move. And our M44 just misses him. And, oh, he was just taken out by the enemy FIFI. So the our M44 was spotted. We've got no shot on the M44 yet. If he pulls back a bit, no, he's not going to do that. He's too smart to do that. But he might come out around that corner. Gugie's got 14 rounds. He's fired a speculative shot in just in case the M44 was waiting. Pulled back. So that rather explains why they didn't fire. Both of them, I think, are on the move. The FIFI and the M44. And the IKV is going to have to stay in his defensive position now because it's 2 versus 3. I saw a tree go down. Yep, tree went down nearby where the M44 was located. Yep, tree went down just there. That's it. And here they come. Going for the M44 first. He got a hit. Now, can he kill it? He's been spotted. Ought to kill the Cromwell because the M44 is badly damaged, but he's going to go for the M44. Can he get the shot? Cromwell's been killed. We've got no shot on the M44 at the moment. We need the IKV to push the M44 out, and then we can kill him. We're watching the Katusha rockets go flying past us. There he is. Line him up. Rounds out. Oh, we winged him. It's a splash hit. 45 hit points. I'm not sure we can get around into him, but we can try. No, it hit the rock face. He's damaged on his tracks. We've got Eagle Eye. Oh, and he's now hugging the rock. And he's just shotgunned the IKV. But we're into the last minute. There's only 35 seconds left. We don't know where the enemy Fifi is. And if the M44 comes out of his hiding place, I'm pretty sure that Gugie... Oh, Gugie's been hitting the tracks. So the M44 did see where Gugie was located. And he's going to try again. Yes, he did. And he blocked that shot. I think that may have been an armor-piercing round. The M44 is trying to sneak round. Go for the kill. Yes, he got him. And that's a Top Gun. Now, just needs to move. And another round from the Fifi comes in and misses. And it's game over. It's a draw. Oh, dear. And here's the end of battle stats. Well, it was an ace tank for gugie72 in the 105 leFH18B2. He got a bruiser medal for getting at least 5 critical hits. He got 11 in that game. A shell proof for blocking more damage than the hit points of his own vehicle. Those Fifi rounds that hit him would have been the entire value of his vehicle if they penetrated, but they didn't. He also picked up a Stark's medal for blocking or receiving damage that would have done at least 2/3 of his hit points in damage, for getting at least 2 kills and surviving the battle. And yes, he did guess all of those. In fact, he got 6 kills, and that's why he got a Top Gun. But oh, sadly, because this is a draw, he's going to earn less XP. Otherwise, I think this would have been the winner at tier 5 if it had been a win. So let's have a look at team score. Just look at that. 1,482 hit points. It was second highest on his team. Third highest overall. Was it fourth highest overall? No, third highest overall. The high scorer was in fact this IS, who got 1950. The M44 on the enemy team got 1444, but Gugie beat him with 1482. And the 45 TP on our team did 1848. When it came to kills though, Gugie did best. 6 kills in total, more than double the next highest scorer, the M44, the Cromie B and the KV2. And when it came to base XP, he did get the highest, 620. But if this had been a winning game, I'm sure that would have been a lot higher than that. Possibly enough to beat the actual winner, the eventual winner in the contest. So very sad there for Gugie that it wasn't, because he did a great job defending after they were down on numbers. He fired 29 shots, he got 12 direct hits, 3 penetrations, 15 splash. Damage of 1,482 hit points, of which 1,427 were at more than 300 meters. He received 2 hits. Both of them were non-penetrations, and both of them were from the enemy Fifi, would you believe it? And one of those, I think, was at 350 alpha, which meant that it was an armor-piercing round that he bounced. Would you believe it? And I'm not sure about the other one. I think it was a near miss, or was it a splash? I don't know, but we'll have to look at the replay again later to exactly see, was it an armor-piercing round? And was the enemy trying to hit him with AP? Because it's the worst possible thing to hit a Char B1 with. The Char B1 is such a heavily armoured tank. Hitting it with a 105mm AP round, it's more likely to bounce off. After all, the Char B1 at the Battle of Stone was bouncing rounds from 75mm guns, let alone the 5cm guns from the Panzer IIIs. He received 1 hit as a result of splash damage. That was from the M44. He did do damage, and he did block damage of 350 hit points. That was the armor-piercing round. He damaged 7 of the enemy, killed 6 of them, and did damage assistance of 665 hit points. On a premium count, he earned 40,143 credits. He did get the Achievements Award because he did get a Top Gun, an epic medal in a losing game or a draw game. And he also picked up XP of 2,096 in total, but this is the figure that we count for the contest. The base XP 620, and I think there was a higher one. I know there was a higher one at tier 5. So very sad for Gugie that this was a losing game, or a draw game rather, because he did so well in this game. He really did play his heart out, but unfortunately just wasn't to be on this occasion. So if you enjoyed this replay, that's great. Thanks very much for watching.